the first art master, who was very old-fashioned, I suppose, said, "You can't paint," which is not something one should say to anybody. He left and was succeeded by a man called Wentworth Shields. And he said, "Well, just do what you like." So I did what I liked. And he said, "Well, that's okay, and perhaps here, one, two things." He was completely reverse. I learned a lot from him.
We're sitting in a room with one of your paintings that you painted in the immediate aftermath of the war.
1947, isn't it, on the back?
Of college, of the building we're sitting
Yeah.
in. And I wondered if you could tell us a little bit about coming back to Westminster then. What made you want to come back and paint here?
I can't answer that question because I don't know what the answer is. I suppose I must have wandered into Dean's Yard. I think what would have prompted me to do that at any rate. And I saw this building which was a shell, and I thought, well, I did some drawings around about London, and I had some painting which was sold from Cork Street of all places, and the owner of that particular gallery said, "Oh, well, if you'd like to do some more things of that kind, we're interested." But somehow my mind began to veer in different directions, so I didn't do much more. What prompted that particular visit, I don't know, because when I had an office in the Home Office, just a few yards down the road from here, I called on John Carlton and said, "Can I come and see you?" And just had a chat, said I'm sort of working nearby, but otherwise I didn't go back to the school. I went back to one commem thing, which was all white tie and tails. That was in the Abbey, of course. Otherwise I didn't go back to anything particularly.
Was it a shock seeing the state of the school's buildings?
Well, yes, I mean, but there was so much destruction round about in London. I mean, one took it as a matter of course, in a way, a sad matter of course. No, I think the thing that upset me most, after all, what was in college was not of particularly historic interest. I think I'm right in saying it was the construction of the building, which I thought was red. It's actually Burlington, I think. So that, no, it was the art school, and that was the main loss, I think, as far as the school was concerned.
And then your art always remained as a sort of parallel strand, really, because you didn't ever become solely an artist. Am I right in saying?
No. It started as a hobby, and I much encouraged. It can date back to Westminster School, but with Wentworth Shields, undoubtedly. I think there was no doubt about that. And I just kept going on and off ever since. It was a hobby. It's now become, as it were, semi-professional. No, my main career, of course, has been finally head of research in the Home Office.